with established customers, promote a broader portfolio of products.
Okay. But may I ask you, as regards the board, I mean, obviously the company is looking to buy another asset as part of diversification, etc. Now, you could argue that there could be many other potential targets. Why did you choose this company, you think?
Well, I think because it would have met most of the criteria they were looking at.
Yeah, but it's not obvious from the outside. I would think that you guys, when you were there, you were looking for some other potential candidates that allowed more synergies and more access to the client, right? But
but it's not. But it's not necessarily. But you have to remember, it's not necessarily actionable. The word actionable is key in an M&A discussion. It's what you want to do and what you can actually do.
No, I agree, and that's why it seems a little bit this acquisition not to be probably more actionable than all the others that you guys had looked together, but it doesn't look to be the most obvious to increase shareholders' value for the existing shareholders from the outside.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at it, look at what they offer, and I can clearly see synergies. But is it a beautiful bride? No, it isn't a beautiful bride. Because if it was a beautiful bride, it would not be actionable for Dialogue. Because it would be actionable. It would be actionable by far bigger group with much more mean to acquire such a beautiful bride. So I think Dialogue has to be conscious of its position and work more on its ability to turn the business around, just like they've done in the past. When we acquired Sitel, everybody laughed because we didn't acquire Sitel for what they had in terms of revenue and in terms of products. We acquired them for the technology they were bringing to us, the RF technology. We didn't have RF in-house, and we could have invested in RF, but it would have taken too long. So acquisition to get RF technology was the right path. And this company was actionable because nobody was looking at it. Nobody looked under the bonnet. It was under the radar screen. We acquired for knowing that we didn't care about the revenue they had. What we cared is about the technology and our ability to turn the technology into something we thought was more attractive, which is Bluetooth. At the time, the company had zero revenue in Bluetooth. Bluetooth was hardly talked about when we acquired Sitel. It was just starting to talk about smart Bluetooth or low energy Bluetooth. It was just starting to get some airtime. But nobody believed that Sitel could be one of the key players, and that's exactly what happened. So its ability to turn a company around, knowing that what's under the bonnet is good.
Yeah,
and frankly, if you Dialogue, you don't have a lot of choice. You don't have a lot of currency.
Right. Now, in terms, if you were still at the company, how would you negotiate with Apple if you wanted basically to try to sell to Apple, the part that they are probably interested in? How would you approach it?
Well, I think I would move two steps before answering that question. I would first talk about the current situation which has developed, which is the in-house power management. Then I would have negotiated with them and say, okay, I understand why you're doing it, but what is there for me? Because for many years, probably you did not allow us to bid on RFQs on certain technology because of the concentration, and we can understand that. You didn't want to give more business to Dialogue because it was already concentrated enough, although the technology was good and the product was probably going to be quite good compared to other people's offering, but we didn't get to bid. I would have said, okay, if you can get access to that piece and then reduce the concentration, there must be something for me. So does that mean that you're going to give us access to more RFQs in other areas where we believe we have an offering in mixed signal expertise, where we can actually help you?